Okay, gotta do spark plugs today. Thought I'd throw a video out there for anybody that doesn't know how to change spark plugs and wires. I'm doing this on a '09 Chrysler Town & Country. The process is similar no matter if you've got a coil pack, distributor driven, or a coil on plug, or like Chevy has the coil packs, and I believe Hemis have the coil packs mounted here. The process is similar. First thing you're going to need is your wires. If you're doing your wires, these have 110,000 on them, so I'm doing wires. You need your plugs. You need a gap adjusting tool of some sort. These ones are better than these ones, but these have adjusted millions of spark plugs. And then you need a spark plug socket. Most of your basic tool sets will come with a spark plug socket. Has a little rubber insert in there. Throw that away. Go out and buy one that's got a magnet. You can get them off Amazon. They are so much better, and I have broken maybe one spark plug with these, where with the rubber style I break about half if they've been in there very long. I also need a ratchet and extension. The process is pretty simple, really. You get your owner's manual out, or a book. We happen to have the owner's manual for this one. So here's what we're working on. 3.3 to 3.8. That's the spark plug number or equivalent. Or no, that's the oil filter, my mistake. Spark plug number right here. And you can use aftermarket plugs. Use what you like. And then this number here is the gap. And that number is very important. I'm going to take a spark plug here and show you what I'm talking about. So the gap is the distance between this electrode and this strap. That's exactly what they're called. If it's too wide, it takes more voltage to jump that distance with your spark and ignite the fuel. If it's too close, then you have less of a chance of combustion happening. So you take your adjuster tool and you slide it in there. This one's a little tight, so just a hair. And it does not take much. As you can see, I adjusted it a bit too much. Nice thing about this one is just to back down real easy. That's how you use the spark plug gap tool. To use this style, you put it on here and then you slide it around until you get to the gap. And once you're at the gap, you're done. And then you adjust it like so there. To close it, you kind of got to tap it on something. So yeah, pull that back out just here. That's how you gap it. You just barely want it to fit. I gapped it a little bit wider on the other one, so tight. Just like so. And type of spark plug is determined by your vehicle. This uses the iridiums. That one uses the copper. And the difference is what this here electrode is made out of. And a copper won't be that fine of a point. Okay, now all engines start their numbering system at the front of the engine. Move my wires over there. So this is the front of this engine. And Chrysler and Chevy Number 1 is on the left side of the engine. Ford, these ways the older ones, the ones that I worked on, number 1 was over here, and then the numbers are different for each one, and I'm not going to go through that. This isn't the video for that. So I'm going to start back here on this spark plug right here because it's easiest to see. And the process, we're only going to do one. The process is the same for all of them. So grab your boot, work it off if you can. Pull it out of there. Pull it off of our, right here first, on this one. Turn it so it breaks it loose, and pull it off. Don't throw that away yet. Get your ratchet, extension. Eventually you get it pulled out of there. Now these were the copper ones, I believe. So I really got my use out of these. You can see that gap is way up there. So I don't care about the spark plug, we'll use this one. Yeah, the gap on the spark plug is open 30 thousandths of an inch. Just by wearing this electrode down. This is the wearable part right here, the electrode. Not that. So you take your new spark plug, and very carefully so you don't cross thread it, because if you cross thread it then you gotta fix it, and that's a pain if it's even fixable. Start running it in there. Socket on there. Now there is a torque spec on this. I don't know it off the top of my head. And you just believe the instructions say like 1/8 of a turn. And that's plenty tight. The bad part about the magnetic style spark plug sockets is, as you can see, it's magnet, is you got to reach down there and pull them off there. Alright, now to figure out what wire we need. I've already made sure this is the correct set. Wire sets come with dielectric grease in it. And this, back down in there. Put just a little dab there on your spark plug, and then a little dab right here on your coil. And what that does is it helps the electricity to flow. So now you get to play the matching game. Nope. And you try to, definitely not. Yeah. NKG numbers them. But if it's not numbered, you play the matching game. So let me see if I know one that's numbered for this cylinder I'm working on. And you try to get it matched as closely as possible from here to the end of the boot. See, the NKG is a little longer. But then again, too, I don't remember where I bought these ones. Put your boot back on your spark plug. You'll feel it click on. Put it over here on your coil or distributor, coil pack. Feel it click on. You pop it back in your holder. And you're done with spark plug number 1. You do that for however many more spark plugs you got. And the process is the same regardless of whether you have a single cylinder engine, all the way up to a V16 if it takes spark plugs. So I'm going to knock the rest of these out, and we'll bring you back when I go to fire it up the first time. Alrighty, got you back. My nice new wires ran through their looms. Right back there. These coil packs, I forgot to tell you this earlier, are numbered. And these numbers are the cylinder number each post goes to. So it makes it easier putting them back in as long as you know where your numbers are. Something I like to do, I like to lay them out and look at them. Now these were the back side of the engine. So starting here, number 1, this is the front side of the engine, facing the radiator. And they're all worn pretty evenly. And you can see a little bit of oil right here. It's from a valve cover gasket leak she had. And I was wrong about one thing. See that little nub right there? These were iridium spark plugs, just like I put back in it. So we wore it down. Alright, let's fire it up and listen to her. And of course, it's best to do this when it's cold. So there's my mileage. That comes in play in just a minute. Alright, then you go out there and listen for any unusual noise. She's running good. Running at the high idle. First thing in the day thing. And let idle down. Now, replacing your spark plug wires, your fuel economy should go, and plugs, your fuel economy should go up. It should start easier, especially in the winter time. And just give you better performance. So when you match on it, should really go. Alright, we're back down where she normally idles at. 218,309. That number is important. We want to write it down. Sorry, the wind's starting to come up. We got a storm moving in our little maintenance book here. So, this is what I do. The day we bought it, mileage we bought it at 89,018 year. And I write down everything I've done. So 106,882 was when I put those new plugs and wires on last time. I typically don't write the date, especially with mileage, because at the time, sorry, I'm going to blur that out a little bit, it was being ran about 600 miles a week. So I was changing oil every 5,000 miles. You know, I was changing oil every 2.5 months. 218. 309. No plugs and wires. As you can see, I don't just stick with one brand of oil either. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.